This is one of those financial wake-up calls that doesn't require complex spreadsheets or financial jargon to understand. What you're about to discover are the silent, destructive lies we tell ourselves about money. Lies that might be costing you thousands of dollars every year. And here's something most financial experts won't tell you up front. The biggest obstacles to wealth aren't external economic factors, but the stories we tell ourselves. The mental blocks we're about to reveal might seem innocent at first, but they're precisely what keep most people financially stuck decade after decade. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly which mental traps to watch for, why they're so financially devastating, and how to replace them with wealth-building truths. We'll break everything down into simple, actionable steps that anyone can follow. So if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest financial wisdom and practical advice. Before we dive into the specific lies that could be sabotaging your finances, let's quickly understand why these mental patterns matter so much. The psychology of financial self-deception. Research from behavioral economics shows that humans have an extraordinary ability to maintain conflicting financial beliefs simultaneously. We can worry about retirement while refusing to check our account balances. We can desire wealth while secretly believing we don't deserve it. These contradictions create cognitive dissonance that our brains resolve through self-deception, convenient lies that eliminate the mental tension but damage our financial reality. The thing about financial self-deception is that it operates below your conscious awareness once established. When financial lies become normalized in your thinking, they no longer feel like falsehoods. They feel like facts. Most people fail to realize that in life, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep, says Robert Kiyosaki. Now let's examine the first costly lie. Lie number 1, I'll start saving when I make more money. This deception sounds perfectly reasonable, which makes it particularly dangerous. The truth is that increased income rarely leads to increased saving without deliberate behavioral change first. In other words, waiting for more money before developing good habits is like waiting to get in shape before going to the gym. It fundamentally misunderstands the process. Research found that 1/3 of Americans who receive significant salary increases actually decreased their savings rate within 2 years. Why? Because lifestyle inflation consumed the additional income before saving habits were established. As financial educator Rachel Cruz puts it, if you don't know how to manage $1,000, you won't know how to manage $10,000. Consider Jessica, a marketing manager who spent years believing this lie. When she finally received a $15,000 raise, she was shocked to discover that 6 months later, her savings hadn't increased at all. The additional income had disappeared into slightly higher expenses across multiple categories, all justified by her higher earnings. It wasn't until she flipped the script, automating her savings before lifestyle upgrades, that her financial picture actually improved. The solution isn't willpower, but structure. Start saving a small percentage now, even just 1 to 2%, and increase it with each raise before lifestyle inflation takes hold. Remember, the amount you start with matters far less than the habit you establish. Lie number 2, I deserve this purchase. This subtle deception confuses deserving happiness with deserving specific spending. While everyone deserves financial well-being, using I deserve it as a purchasing justification creates a dangerous emotional spending trigger detached from financial reality. Research shows that feelings of deservingness increase when we're stressed, tired, or have experienced perceived deprivation, precisely when our financial decision-making is most vulnerable. That's why this phrase often appears after a difficult work week or during particularly stressful life periods. Michael, an IT professional, found himself $23,000 in credit card debt despite a good salary. When he tracked his spending, he discovered that nearly 40% of his discretionary purchases were justified by some version of, I deserve this after what I've been through. The revelation wasn't that he didn't deserve happiness. It was that these particular purchases weren't actually delivering the emotional payoff that justified their financial cost. The antidote isn't deprivation, but realignment. Instead of, do I deserve this? Try asking, does this purchase support where I want to be financially in 5 years? This subtle shift maintains self-worth while adding crucial perspective. Lie number 3. I'll figure out investing once I have more money. This deception costs millions of people their best wealth-building years by postponing financial education until some arbitrary future moment. While complex investment strategies might require substantial capital, the fundamental principles of investing can and should be learned and implemented with any amount. The mathematical reality makes the cost of this lie clear. Thanks to compound interest, $100 monthly invested in your 20s can outperform $1,000 monthly started in your 40s. By waiting to learn about investing until you have serious money, you sacrifice your most valuable asset, time. As Warren Buffett observes, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Take David, a teacher who believed this lie throughout his 20s, assuming his modest salary meant investing wasn't relevant yet. When he finally began learning at 33, his first reaction was profound regret. Even small contributions during those waiting years would have grown significantly. 5 years after starting with just $200 monthly, his knowledge had grown alongside his portfolio, giving him confidence to optimize his investments and increase his contributions. The psychological basis for this lie is minimum threshold thinking, the false belief that certain activities only become worthwhile after reaching a specific quantity. The antidote is recognizing that investment knowledge itself compounds along with your money. Lie number 4, a good income means I'm good with money. This subtle deception confuses earning ability with money management skills, two entirely separate competencies. History is filled with high-income individuals who died broke because they never developed financial management capacity alongside their earning power. Being skilled at generating income utilizes fundamentally different capabilities than effectively managing that income. As wealth manager Morgan Housel notes, getting money and keeping money are two different skills. Consider Sarah, a successful attorney earning over $200,000 annually, who believed her professional achievement automatically translated to financial acumen. Despite her substantial income, she found herself with minimal savings and mounting lifestyle costs that consumed each successive raise. The turning point came when her equally high-earning but financially disciplined colleague revealed he was on track to retire at 47, not because he earned more, but because he managed his earnings strategically. The dangerous aspect of this lie is its connection to identity and ego. Breaking through requires separating these concepts. Earning capacity reflects your value in the marketplace, while money management reflects an entirely separate skill set anyone can develop regardless of income level. Lie number 5, I don't need to understand the financial details. This deception seems innocent. After all, financial professionals exist for a reason, but outsourcing your financial understanding comes with hidden compounding costs. While delegation is necessary, abdication of financial comprehension consistently undercuts wealth potential. The psychological comfort of this lie comes from what behavioral economists call cognitive miserliness, our brain's tendency to avoid complex thinking when possible. However, research shows that individuals who understand their financial basics experience 38% better outcomes than those who fully delegate, even when both groups use professional advisors. James, a small business owner, operated under this lie for years, hiring accountants and financial advisors while avoiding learning the fundamentals himself. When a business downturn required rapid financial decisions, his lack of basic knowledge led to several costly choices made in panic rather than understanding. The experience motivated him to spend 30 minutes daily on financial education for 3 months. The knowledge gained not only helped him recover more effectively, but also enabled him to properly evaluate his advisor's recommendations, several of which he discovered weren't aligned with his best interests. The solution isn't becoming a financial expert in all areas, but establishing working literacy in the financial matters directly affecting your life. This creates a foundation for effective delegation rather than blind trust. Lie number 6, it's too late to change my financial situation. This final deception is perhaps the most costly because it eliminates hope and with it, the motivation for any positive financial action. Whether at 45, 60, or beyond, Believing change is impossible guarantees the prediction will come true. The psychological mechanism behind this lie is called learned helplessness, the belief that our actions cannot meaningfully impact our circumstances. This mental state develops after repeated financial setbacks or long periods of struggle, creating a sense that positive financial outcomes happen to other people through luck or privilege rather than through changeable behaviors. Consider Margaret, who at 58 believed she had permanently missed her opportunity for financial security after a divorce depleted her savings. For 3 years, this lie kept her making minimum retirement contributions and avoiding financial planning that seemed pointless given her late start. When she finally challenged this belief and worked with a financial coach, she discovered that aggressive saving, strategic tax planning, and a 5-year delay in her retirement timeline could still create meaningful financial security. 5 years later, her outlook and financial reality had completely transformed, not because her past changed, but because her belief about what was still possible did. The mathematical truth that counters this lie is compelling. Financial improvement operates on a continuum rather than a binary success and failure outcome. As Chinese philosopher Confucius noted, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And that's everything you need to know about the 6 expensive lies that could be secretly undermining your financial future. Remember that financial transformation starts with mental transformation. Challenge these deceptions at your own pace, but commit to complete honesty about which ones might be operating in your financial life. The beliefs you accept today will shape your financial reality tomorrow. So don't let comfortable falsehoods determine your financial destiny. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else who might benefit from these powerful insights. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll never miss out on valuable information and practical advice like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.